Hello students, in this video we'll discuss about the adrenal gland. Dear children, adrenal gland or suprarenal gland, okay, it is also known as gland of emergency or emergency gland. These are pair of glands, okay, and these are located on top of the kidney. Each adrenal gland has two parts, okay, external adrenal cortex and the internal adrenal medulla. As you can see in the diagram, the cortex is surrounded, okay, by fibrous capsule. Both adrenal cortex and medulla have different embryonic origin, okay. Structure and function we'll discuss, okay, one by one. Adrenal cortex, it has the mesodermal origin, okay. Now adrenal cortex is subdivided into three zones: zona glomerulosa, okay, that is zona is belt and glomerula is little ball, okay. This is the outer zone that lies just below the capsule, okay. It constitute about 15% of the gland, okay. Adrenal cortex, it make the 15% of the gland. Its cells are closely packed and arranged in the spherical clusters and arced columns which secrete the hormones called mineralocorticoids, and they affect the mineral homeostasis, okay. These mineralocorticoids, they are called so because they have direct effect on the mineral homeostasis, that is the balance, maintenance of the minerals. Next layer is zona fasciculata, okay. Now fascicula is little bundle, okay. Now this is the middle zone, which is widest of the three zone. It constitute about 50% of the gland, okay. That means 15% is that of adrenal cortex and 50% is of the zona fasciculata, okay. 15% is zona glomerulosa. Now it consists of the cell arranged in long straight column. The cells of this zone secretes glucocorticoid. Now zona glomerulosa will secrete minerals, then fasciculata will secrete the glucocorticoids, and they are named because they affect the glucose homeostasis, okay. That is the balance of the glucose is maintained by it. Now last one is zona reticularis, okay. Reticularis is reticula, okay, is the network. This is the inner zone and it constitutes 7% of the gland. Now the cells are arranged in branching cord which secrete gonadocorticoids, that is androgen, that have masculinization effect. The cells of zona fasciculata and zona reticulata contain ascorbic acid, that is the vitamin C, okay. So vitamin C is present in zona fasciculata and zona reticularis, that is not in glomerulosa, okay. Zona glomerulosa do not have ascorbic acid, but zona fasciculata and reticulata have the ascorbic acid. Hormones that are secreted by the adrenal cortex are they are synthesized from the cholesterol, okay. All the hormones that are synthesized in adrenal cortex are from the cholesterol. Now corticosteroid, that is corticoid hormone of the adrenal cortex, are grouped in three categories, that is mineralocorticoid, glucocorticoid and gonadocorticoids. Now mineralocorticoids, these hormones are secreted by the cells of zona glomerulosa of adrenal cortex. Now, as the name indicates, they are responsible for regulation of the mineral's metabolism. Aldosterone, that is salt retaining hormone, is the principal mineralocorticoid. 90 to 95% in human it is present. Like all other hormones of adrenal cortex, the aldosterone is a steroid. Okay, its main function is to regulate the sodium content of the body. It secretes when the sodium level is low. Okay, now it acts on kidney to cause more sodium to be returned to the blood and more potassium to be excreted. Okay, as the sodium concentration in the blood increase, if the sodium is more in blood, water follow it by osmosis, so the blood volume also increase. Thus, effect of aldosterone is to increase both sodium and water in the blood. Okay, now aldosterone or mineralocorticoid, they act on the cells of the kidney. Next is glucocorticoid. As the name suggests, they affect carbohydrate metabolism. Okay, they also affect the metabolism of protein and fats. Glucocorticoids include three main hormones, that is cortisol, that is hydrocortisone, then corticosterone and cortisone. Of the three, cortisol is most abundant, that is about 95% of the glucocorticoid is cortisol. It stimulates the liver to synthesize carbohydrate from the non-carbohydrates such as amino acids and glycerol. Thus, increase the level of glucose in the blood. Glucocorticoid increase the level of the glucose in the blood. Cortisol also stimulate the degradation of the protein within cell and amino acid in the blood. Therefore, increase the level of amino acid in the blood. A third effect of cortisol is to stimulate the breakdown of fat in the adipose tissue and release fatty acids into the blood. Thus, cortisol has anti-insulin effect. Okay, now it also helps in reducing pain. Cortisol is an anti-inflammatory. It retards the phagocytic activities of WBC and thus suppress inflammation reaction. Okay, that means phagocytosis of the WBC is suppressed. Okay, and it suppress the inflammation reaction also. These hormone also reduce the number of mast cell, reducing secretion of histamine. Okay, that means it also reduces the histamine secretion. This is also known as anti-inflammatory effect. Cortisol is also called immunosuppressive. Okay, that means it suppresses the immune system. It suppresses synthesis of antibodies by inhibiting the production of lymphocytes in the lymphoid tissue. Okay, that's why cortisol is used for treatment of allergy. Okay, and it is also used in transplantation surgery to suppress the formation of antibodies in the body of the recipient so that later may accept the transplanted organ. This hormone increases RBC count but decreases the WBC count of the blood. It also elevates blood pressure. Cortisol has the capacity to cope with the stress. When we are under stress, our body secretes cortisol. That is why this hormone is called stress hormone. Okay, now glucocorticoid, it act on the cells of the liver. Next we have is the gonadocorticoids, that is also known as sex corticoids. They are also called sex hormones or adrenal gland. Large quantities of male than female sex corticoid, that is sex hormone, are produced. These male sex hormones are called androgens, which are important in development of male fetus. Although genetics sex is determined by the chromosome in a fertilized egg, a male fetus develops normal male characteristic only if the fetal gonad and the adrenal gland produce sufficient quantity of androgen. That means the gonadocorticoid has a crucial role in the proper development of a male sexual characters. Okay, now androgens stimulate the development of male secondary sexual character like distribution of body hair. Female sex hormones secreted by adrenal cortex are estrogen, which maintain the development of the female secondary sexual character. Gonadocorticoids, they act on the gonads, that is the testes and the ovaries. Adrenal cortex is essential for life. Its removal or destruction is fatal unless the hormone produced by it are supplemented artificially. Some of the disorder can also happen if the adrenal cortex is damaged or any disorder is there in the adrenal cortex. One of them is Addison's disease. This disease is caused by deficiency of mineralocorticoid and glucocorticoid. It is also caused by destruction of the adrenal cortex in disease such as tuberculosis. Okay, its symptoms include low blood sugar, low plasma sodium, high potassium plasma, increased urinary sodium, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and a bronze-like pigmentation of the skin. Severe dehydration is also common in the person suffering from this disease. Next is Cushing's syndrome. Okay, that is also related with the adrenal cortex. Okay, now it is caused by excess of the cortisols, which may be due to tumor of adrenal cortex. It is characterized by high blood sugar, appearance of sugar in the urine, rise in the plasma sodium ion, fall in the plasma potassium ions, rise in the blood volume, high blood pressure, obesity, wasting of the muscles of the thigh and pectoral and pelvic girdle. Okay, another is aldosteronism or Connors syndrome. Excessive production of aldosterone from the adrenal cortical tumor cause the disease. Its symptoms include high plasma sodium ion, low plasma potassium ion, rise of the blood volume, high blood pressure, and polyuria. Adrenal virilism. Okay, appearance of male character in the female is called virilism. Excessive production of male sex corticoids, androgen produce male secondary sexual character like beard, mustache, hoarse voice in the woman. And last one is gynecomastia. It is development of enlarged mammary gland, that is breast. In case of the male, it is reduced to it is due to excessive secretion of female sex hormone, that is estrogen, in the male. Decreased testosterone may also lead to gynecomastia. And about the adrenal medulla we'll discuss in our another video.